So Web3 is not about crypto trading alone. Web3 is not about blockchain building and application building. Web3 is not about airdrop farming only. So to understand this, you need first to go to the first beginning where everything began. And it began at Web 0, Web 1, Web 2. And to understand all of them, you need first to understand what a web is. So from our computer classes in high school, we learned that a web is simply a system of websites, pages, and applications that we use on the internet. And that's just a simple definition of the web until today. So the first version of the web was Web 1. And Web 1, now this is for the guys who are adults in early 1990s and 2000s. So Web 1 was just basically about static pages, whereby the internet just resembled a newspaper. You could just go read, leave it there, no comments, no nothing. So for the guys who are adults those years, they know they have experienced Web 1. Us Gen Zs can't relate, but we have come to experience Web 2. So Web 2 now is the current version of the web that we are in. And this is now whereby we have platforms like YouTube, we have platforms like TikTok, we have platforms like Twitter and co. So for Web 2, this is now the internet that facilitates user interaction. So you can read and interact. You can read and write. For example, if you see an article on Facebook, you can read the article and leave a comment. The same applies to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the rest. But now we have now the new version of the web, and that is Web3. So how different is Web3 from these others? We said Web 1 was different from Web 2 in that Web 2 has the aspect of user interaction. So Web 3 brings the aspect of ownership now. So because now for platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and co, users can interact, but they cannot own the data. That's why you get suspended on X. That's why you get suspended on Instagram when you make a controversial post and every other Web2 platform because someone else owns the platform. In Web2, the big companies like Google, Twitter, Meta, and what do you call it? And the rest, they own your data collectively. So that means that anything you share um, belongs first to is controlled by those big platforms. For example, if you share a video on YouTube, YouTube uses that video to make money. Then they give you a share of your video. So that's how it works. But now Web3 now brings now the aspect that I'm telling you that of ownership. So how is ownership brought into the web in Web3? So first, we have what we call blockchain technology. And second, we have what we call decentralization. So unlike Web 2, whereby big companies own your data, in Web 3, your data is now owned by you through what we call decentralization that's made possible by the blockchain technology. I hope I have not confused you. If you want to understand the terms blockchain and decentralization better, you can view my previous videos. I won't repeat everything, just to be brief on my video. So, how does this Web3 now incorporate the aspect of crypto, airdrops, blockchain building, and other opportunities? So I say that this is all about decentralization. So a decentralized web deserves a decentralized means of payment. And that's why we can't have payment methods like MasterCard. You cannot have payments method like Visa and the traditional or the Web2 payments methods because those are the Web2 payments method actually. Because MasterCard is a company, Visa is a company. So in Web3, we want a decentralized means of payment, and that's where crypto comes in. So how does an airdrop come in? An airdrop is not free money. An airdrop is an incentive for participating. You are getting rewarded for being part of the web. So let's say a project, a Web3 project you're participating in wants to launch a token. They always release what we call tokenomics. And in the tokenomics, we have a share that is reserved for the community and early contributors. So if you are a creator or in whichever way you participated, you get a reward as part of the network contribution. So you become an owner in that particular way, because we are getting an incentive from the project that is about so let's say it's project X. They are giving you token X, so you are getting your token X. You are a owner of token X, so that means you are part of the project. And that's now how different it is from web 2, because in web 2 you create content, you get a share of your own, but in web 3 you get a share of the you get a share of the company, not a share of the company, but a share of the contribution. That means you have received your contribution for participating, so you are getting all your incentive. And an airdrop is not free money, as I've said. This is a marketing strategy actually. Project give airdrops just to welcome users. They give airdrops to maybe to marketing themselves and attract more users. So these are basically one of the strategies products use to come into the market, even in Web 2 and Web 1. We have had always projects giving freebies as a way to welcome people into their to adopt their products. So that applies to Web3 also. So when I tell you that Web3 is a wide field, don't misunderstand me, because now you know we have airdrops, we have projects like we have blockchain building, we have building of applications, we have things like what do you call them, testing also. And we have a lot of things actually in this web, because it's a developing web. We have you'll find that there are opportunities each and every day. We have new emergencies each and every hour. So it's not an field that is ending anyway. It's a field that is blooming, it's starting. So that's why you find that anytime we have a shift in the meta, any after every like 2 months or 3 months, we have a new introduction. We have something new trending in this field. So that's why I always advise people that if you're into Web3, make sure you diversify. Make sure you get a skill at least. If you are a developer, make sure you perfect it. If you are an airdrop farmer, I advise you to get a skill, because airdrop farming is not a skill actually. Go learn trading, learn crypto trading, learn stuff like maybe uh, DeFi, and a lot and a lot. So there's a lot to learn in this Web3, and I'll be dropping some of the places where you need to learn Web3 for free actually in my next videos. So you can just follow my page. Let's interact always. Thank you.